Welcome back to another episode of Reality Corp. My name is Ace Fanning, and I am changing careers. I'm going from podcaster to police officer. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh, yeah. I'll talk about it in a minute. I am joined by my very sexy, hot, loves to have her tits out co-host, Anna Quincoces, former Real Housewife of Miami. Anna, how are you?
I am doing good.
Good. Like, just good. Just good.
Yeah. We're not gonna. My mental health issues. I'm doing good now.
Okay. Well, you know, what are the current mental health issues? I mean, we've got a whole slew of them. The whole,
just so many. It's just, I think we've talked about it before. After I have something like really fun and exciting, I come down from it, and then I'm like, I just want to curl into a little fetal position, and it's just so fucking weird, but whatever.
I get the exact same thing. Same thing. It's so annoying, but it's like, listen, this is who we are. We're fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what might make you feel better? Is I have found a new favorite pastime of mine, and this is why I'm leaving podcasting. I'm going to become a police officer. I have been watching nonstop body cam footage from people being arrested, and it has
so good.
Inspired me. It has healed me. It has done so many things for me. And my absolute favorite is when I come upon a middle-aged woman getting arrested for a DUI. It is there's this one woman. She's
gotta do a compilation.
She's full on laying on the ground, faking a seizure. And she's like, I'm a teacher. And she's in Florida. Another one was this woman, and she gets arrested, and she's also a teacher, which honestly, I think teachers should get a free pass on that, because it's like they have a horrible job, you know? And so they get drunk. They got to get drunk. That's how they relieve themselves.
Absolutely.
But they get so nasty. They're so mean. And these officers are so patient with them. And I was like, if that was me, I would be fired on the first day because I would not put up with this shit. Like, I don't know how they stay patient. I would be like, oh, sorry, I tripped you and you fell to the ground face first. Well, that's what I'd be doing.
You know, they stay patient now because of the body cams, because there was a time that they used to beat the shit out of everybody.
I love these videos so much, and they've brought me so much joy. I'm so grateful. Yeah.
That is great.
Maybe try that.
That is great. I'm glad you found something. Yeah.
Yes. If ever you are arrested, I hope they get body cam footage. And I hope you say arrested. What?
Yes. And you know what? Robert, my ex-husband, saw the body. Oh God, it's such a. I'm surprised you've never heard it. Technically, a suspended license that wasn't really suspended. Okay. I was seeing this guy in the Keys, and I went. To be fair, I'm still friends with him. In fact, he's my realtor. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's met Ken and everything. He's a nice guy. I wasn't 100% fair with him in the relationship because I was still kind of in love with my ex-fiance at the time. And so I would tell him, oh, I'm coming over. No, I'm not coming over. No, I'm coming over. And he had it with me, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I said, I'm going to go to your house. But the reason I was going to go to his house is because I was licking my wounds because I had just bumped into my ex-fiance with a girl at a restaurant. So I was going to put a Band-Aid on it with him. Again,
you're going to let him lick your wound.
Yes. And so I called him. I said, I'm going to go. He says, don't come. Don't come. Don't come. I went.
Oh, my God.
And so I knew the code to the front of his house because I was there all the time. And I just go inside. And he's in the room with a woman. Yeah. But I didn't really care about that. Okay?
No, but I love a moment where you can be a victim, and that's a moment where you can be like, how dare you do this to me?
I didn't do any of that.
What a wasted opportunity.
He came out screaming at me, whatever. He called the police.
Did he put clothes on when he came to yell at you, or was he just like full erect coming after you?
I don't remember. It was dark in the house.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember. And so this guy, so he comes out, or whatever, he calls the police. He is very influential in Key Largo or whatever. He has the cops are his buddies. And they come, And he didn't tell me that there was a woman in the room. So we're sitting outside, and the cop was really nice, and he's like, give me your ID, give me whatever. And he tells him, is there anybody else in the house? And he said, yes, she's going to have to come out. And it was this woman that he was always after him, and she was like really, really gross. I mean, I've never seen a walk of shame so bad. So she comes out, and I just smirked because it was like, she was gross. And so she's the one that ended up creating a big issue. So we went, whatever. The cop looks at my ID and everything else, and he says, your license is suspended. I said, how can it be suspended? Well, I had gone, 45 in a 40 zone over there. And over there, nothing is like computerized. So you have to actually mail the thing in order to reinstate. And I had paid it, but it hadn't been registered. So basically a license that wasn't really suspended. So now they tell me you can't drive home. You have to stay somewhere around here, and somebody has to pick you up, or somebody has to pick you up tonight. It was already 2:00 in the morning. So somebody came. I mean, nobody came to pick me up. And so he said, I have a property like down the street, because he was a realtor. She can stay there till tomorrow, because there was no hotels. It was spring break and every hotel was full. So I go to this place, and it's gross. It's by the water, whatever. There's nothing I'm more afraid of in this world than roaches. Like, seriously, snakes, whatever. I don't care. But roaches.
I'm the same way. I can't do roaches. I will throw
myself out of a moving car.
Same.
So I'm sitting on the edge of the bed like this, going like, how the fuck did I get myself into this situation? I'm such an idiot. He told me not to come. And through the corner of my eyes, like, my field of vision for roaches is, I mean, it's incredible. And I see a roach the size of a fucking Buick, okay?
Nope.
In the bathroom. And I have all the lights on. It didn't even care about the light. It was like, it had its own social security number. It was rolling. It had like a little trunk, like a little Louis Vuitton trunk. Like, you're staying here, me too. So I can't take it
You're
anymore.
also fucking the realtor? Me too.
Yeah, right, exactly. We all are. So then the cop told me, don't leave. You have to. So I'm on the phone with my friend. She goes, are you sure you don't want me to go get you? It's like, no, it's like, whatever. It's fine, because then we have to come get the car. It's like, don't worry about it. I'll just wait a couple of hours here, and then I'll leave. Right? So I waited like 2.5 hours.
Assuming the roach doesn't kill you first.
Right, exactly. I get in my car, like, it's already like 3:30 in the morning. And the second I got into Overseas Highway, 8 cop cars, like I was OJ in the Bronco, okay? This goody two-shoes has never done anything wrong in my entire life.
Wow.
They wanted to make an example out of me, you know? So I pull over into a Marriott or whatever, and I said, I was just coming here to see, because I called and they told me they had a room. They didn't believe me. My friend, I was still talking to my friend. She spoke on the phone with him. She goes, you don't understand. This woman is whatever. She's such a decent person and all this stuff. And so they arrested me, handcuffed me, put me in the back of a squad car. On the way to jail, there is a camera in the back. And God. I just kept crying, and I would say, I am a role model to my kids. I've never in my life gotten in any trouble. You don't understand, crying. You should look up my mugshot so that you see my face, because I was just crying for so long. And then they literally made me take off my clothes and put on like prison attire, It was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. And so I guess my friend called Robert, my ex-husband.
Yeah.
And I had no shoes on because they didn't give you shoes. And he finally got there. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I looked at him and I was just bawling. And he goes, I know. Like, he looked at my feet because I don't like pata sucia. I don't know if you know pata sucia. It's like women that are barefoot all the time. It's gross. And he was like, I know. And he was so insulted that I had been arrested. We went in front of the judge right there on a little camera on the TV. And the judge was like, why did they arrest you? This is ridiculous that they arrested you. They totally wanted to make an example out of me. They didn't give us back the ID, and then we found out that they were passing it around to other people. They called the press. It just became this huge thing. It was the most horrible
This
thing.
article I found says, Real Housewife Anna Quincoces arrested, blames cockroaches.
Yeah, Exactly. I was like, I couldn't like
suspended license, but continue to drive freely. Oh
right.
my God. But I still haven't found the mugshot yet. I got to find that.
Oh,
that's what I'm really
there.
wanting to see.
It's there.
Oh, I see.
Isn't it sad? It's sad.
Oh.
So then Robert tells me he was mad at how unprofessional they were and how they used my ID. Hey, we got a housewife. We arrested a housewife. She thinks the rules don't apply to her. She did whatever the fuck she wanted. And so he goes, they offered to, so I could see the footage in the patrol car. I really don't want to watch it. But if you want me to, I said, just watch it. I don't know what I said. I don't know, whatever. He calls me after and he says, I'm home. I had to take the rest of the day off. That was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. He goes, it was so fucking sad. Yeah, I felt bad for him.
I think I would still laugh at it.
Yeah. I never saw it. But, wow. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Your favorite pastime.
I've never been arrested before. I've never been in trouble before,
And then,
really.
my daughter, Beba, Katy was like, don't worry, Mom, we whatever. And Beba goes, at least you got arrested before I did. There's something
that's a
there.
good way, yeah.
And then she called him and told him off, and it's so funny. But he's my friend now. He's never. They made such a big deal about it, and it wasn't like that. And so a lot of people will say that I had a DUI. I'm like, I don't even drink. Just because every other housewife's mugshot is because of a DUI doesn't mean mine is.
Wow.
So,
honestly, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that story.
I talk to people, and I'm like, I'm a hardened criminal. I've done time.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So
what was your total time?
2 hours.
Wow. That's tough.
It's a lot. And it was like these things that come out of the wall that are metal.
Yeah.
It's so awful.
I hope to never go to prison, but I love to watch prison stuff.
Yeah. This is really bad. Really bad. So
wow. I can't believe that. Well, anyways, if you need a pick-me-up, go watch some police cam body camera shit. It's amazing. It's the best stuff I've ever watched.
I'll see if I can find mine, because I think you would love that.
Please do. It would bring me so much joy.
Now everybody's going to be looking for my thing, which is fine, guys. It's fine.
If you find it, you immediately send it to me, because I need to find it. I need to see this. That's good. What else is new in your life, Anna?
Well, I was reading we appreciate your review so much. And this was a 5-star review, so I'm not going to badmouth it. But it says, you guys have such great chemistry. I love you guys together. This is my favorite show. You can really feel the sexual tension.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you can.
In what parallel universe does anybody feel sexual tension? I'm like, Ace is going to love this.
She wants me so bad. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You probably like it now more because I've been to prison. I'm a hardened criminal.
Oh, to know that I can fuck a hardened criminal? Hell yeah. Nothing better. Wow. Oh. I'm glad they're picking up on it too.
I really do appreciate the comment. It's really cool. Yes. But, that was really took me up.
It's not that funny, Anna. Okay, you could want to fuck me. Just... Why is it? It's not that funny. I thought it was a great compliment. I've always wanted to be the reason someone masturbates. That's one of my top goals in life. And
right.
I don't think it's happened yet, but fingers crossed.
I think there's somebody that does, and you know who I'm talking about.
I hope so. I really do.
How about Chris, your friend Chris?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't think he's... Yeah, it's over.
Oh, it's over. You both knew. It's just not there. There wasn't sexual tension.
There's no sexual tension. Not like you and I. Definitely not like you and I. Oh, Anna, also, you know what I've been doing? I've been talking to several psychics. I've gotten on this psychic kick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Babe,
and
does it all the time.
I'm searching for answers and stuff. And you know what? Here's the thing. If they always say stuff complimentary about you, you're like, oh, I'm going to believe what they say.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's me. They're like, oh my God. And you're such a creative. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I know.
You.
Oh,
has anybody told you the truth though?
Well, I hope that they're telling me the truth about the situation with our foster son. That I'm holding on to hope that they're telling the truth with that. Outside of that, yeah, probably not. They're probably just lying.
I'm gonna kill
I love
somebody.
it. I'm loving it. It's giving me peace of mind.
Right.
So
and listen, whatever works.
That's
works.
right.
Do you have the tarot card app or whatever every day? Pick a tarot card and you say yes or no, and it's free. And I didn't
know this.
Yeah, you want an answer, so you think of what you want in your head, and then you pick the card, and it will tell you yes or no. And
wow.
Yeah, but if you get a no when you want a yes, you'll go down this slope. I don't know. Never mind. Don't do it.
Oh, Anna, I need to talk to you about some stuff that's going on in Miami because I need answers and I need you to get some boots on the ground on this because I can't wait. First of all, we got the weird sizzle of the fact that Miami's coming, but it was just them silhouette dancing with a pink light. I was like, oh, okay, like that's not really telling us much.
You know what Gertie did? She got the part of just her. Where she's dancing, this, voguing and shit. And she slowed it down and she did a whole post of just her.
Wow.
Yeah. I almost said that to you.
She is so...
confident.
She is confident. CONFIDENT. I'm confident.
Yeah,
Woo!
She is.
Wow.
She's very confident.
So, but what I really want to focus on right now is that Julia and Adriana have called it quits on their friendship. And I want to know what happened.
And I want to know what the alliances are now.
Yeah.
Because poor Adriana, I have a soft spot in my heart for her. I called her, of course. She didn't answer, but she normally does. But it was too soon, I am dying to know, who is she friends with? Does she have anybody?
Yeah.
Because the bros didn't take her back.
Right.
They've never wanted her. They want her out because they think Marisol has a better chance of being a housewife with her out of the way. I don't know who she's friends with.
Not Larsa. No. Maybe Gertie.
I think Gertie. I think she's friends with Gertie. If I had to guess, and I'm gonna write a few things down that I expect to happen this season.
Predictions.
I'm going to do the prediction, and I'm just going to send them to you.
You're also a psychic.
Season.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not a psychic. It's just that these people, they're
predictable.
They're very predictable. So, but I have a feeling that Alexia and Marisol are not super tight with Gertie anymore. I don't know why.
Okay.
I feel like Gertie's... Yeah, I think that that's the case. And I don't know that they're really tight with that new Stephanie girl, even though they claim that she's the reason, that they're the reason she's on the show. By the way, I read that they're in some financial trouble.
Who?
Stephanie and the husband.
You've been talking about how she's got the real money.
She's got the real money. I read an article that talks about the fact that they had to put their PJ, their private plane, on collateral because they owed $8 million. I don't know if it's true, but that's there. So, those people love to hang because she has, listen, all these girls are wearing like fake shit and whatever. This girl, everything, the amount of money that they spend it's unreal. So I've never seen anybody live that extravagantly. So
to get your PJ repoed, that's embarrassing. My PJ's never been repoed. Honestly, I feel like that would be the equivalent of Southwest telling me like, "Hey, we've taken away your priority boarding."
Right. Exactly.
It's like, after all I've done for you, Southwest.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Exactly.
Wow. So that's tough.
Yeah,
there was that footage that leaked a while ago of Adriana yelling at Julia at some party. But also it's just weird to me because I'm like, Julia just is. When I saw Julia's last name in the article, I was like, I never would have guessed that was her last name. I had no idea what her last name was. I was just
really?
She's just Julia. She's so
Julia.
forgettable to me.
Yeah. Well, she's doing the opera Carmen now. Can you believe that? Like, no. Somebody told her, yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. The Florida Grand Opera has never had much taste. It's not like, but crazy. And so, but Adriana was the one that inspired her to pursue this and everything else. And now Adriana's didn't go to her performance or anything like that. And I feel bad for Adriana. And she said it was permanent. She says there's no going back.
It's disturbing, is what she also said. I'm like, disturbing.
She also said that Adriana was very mysterious, and that I can attest to. She's very mysterious. We never know what she's doing.
Is it possible that also whatever happened with Julia and Alexia's honey or whatever they were going to fucking do? That was so stupid.
Honey?
That was dumb. Wasn't it honey? What were they going to sell? Jam.
Alexia and her?
Yes.
Alexia, who doesn't even know how to make a reservation for dinner?
Yes, they were going to go in on a jam business together.
Well, I think
it was a really weird storyline.
Oh, really? I don't remember that. But I mean, had to sell it for like over $30 or something.
Yes, and it was like, that's not going to work. No one's going to buy that.
Even Meghan Markle.
I almost wonder if the situation could come from knowing this about the opera, because I do feel like Adriana's one of those people who's like, I did this for you. You need to thank me. Right. You need to thank me.
I do think it might have to do with something like that. Listen, think whatever you want to say about Adriana, she is the only housewife that has a song that is a theme song to the to come on. And I'll tell you something, she's raised a really great son.
Okay.
Alex is amazing. You know, there's a lot to say about that, but I've never seen her do anything horrible. She will make shit up and to benefit herself, but never.
You know what? She did do something horrible.
What?
She wasted all of our time reading us that note from Marisol's liver. Yeah. I can't forgive that.
That was very cringy. That was very cringy.
Also in Miami, Lenny's hot little potato is not wearing her ring again. What's going on? Like,
I don't know, because the other day he showed the foundation that was poured for another mega mansion somewhere in Star Island. But I mean, everything, plumbing and all that stuff done. And my understanding is that she didn't want to live in the same house he shared with Lisa. So he's building her another $30 million mansion. And now there's no ring.
Would you want to live in that house either, though? Like, not because it's just like that house is so cold. There's no.
I hate that, but I hate this is going to be the same shit. Everybody in Miami does the same shit. Everything is grayish, minimalist, white, everything. That is the most horrible thing in the world to me. That's why I like when I find my house here. It's going to look like Ralph Lauren threw up in there.
I like some cozy, some comfort. I want to feel good. I don't want to be cold. You know, and that's not for me.
Yeah.
And I just don't get, like, girl, this could be your retirement plan. You know, do you not like to work? Is that your problem? Like, you got to put in work. You got to stay with Lenny. You got to push it out. Hopefully divorce him for whatever he's got.
Get one kid. Because if you get one kid, then, you know, and she'll bounce right back. I mean, please. For sure. She's going to have that little
she's just
belly.
Like, and also, like, do tits really pay this much money? Like, how does he have so much money?
First of all, they pay a lot of money. He is known as, you know, everybody goes to him. But he also has a med spa that does so many other treatments.
Oh.
You know, and he's where all the rich people are. He's also, you know, Jewish, so a lot of the community there is Jewish, and they trust him and they like him, and he does all his networking at like Live, you know. So
okay, well,
I don't know.
Listen, she's an idiot in my book.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
I'd put up with whatever just to have a nice life.
I think they will get married because
you think so.
I do think that they will get married. She's going to demand that there not be a prenup. And I think that he's so in love with her that he's going to fold like a cheap suit, and then he's going to regret it because she's going to take half Eddie. You remember Eddie Raw, whatever, Umfufu? Do you remember ever watching that?
No.
Eddie Murphy said that he didn't want to date any more women in Los Angeles, so he's going to go to Africa and find somebody that's bareback riding a zebra, and her name would be Umfufu, and that the second he brings her back to LA, she's going to talk to all the other women, and then one day he's going to get home, he's going to go, Eddie, I want half.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, is that racist?
I think that it was borderline offensive.
Okay.
But you were just telling us what he said, so.
Yeah, it was just so funny. Like, I feel like she's going to get half. She's going to end up getting half.
I hope she does. But I also want Lisa to still get her cut. I want to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because something's happening. I don't know how these women do it, but every season's getting better.
It's not how they do it. Why they? Well, what are you talking about? The suspension
No. Well, one, we have this whole Bronwyn situation, identity theft, whatever. She was late to the trip, which was like a crossover with Below Deck, like wild. She was late to that trip because she was dealing with that stuff. So we have that storyline already. Now we find out that Meredith got suspended from filming, but she came on with a crazy auto-tuned face that I don't know who that was.
Well, Ramona did it the other day too.
She looked 12 years old.
It was crazier than this one.
Oh, Ramona's was the worst one I've ever seen in my entire life. Worse than anything Patty Stanger's ever done. But now Meredith's apparently getting suspended because she got in a fight with Brittany, and in that she called her an anti-Semite, pedophile, stuff like that. And I'm like, what is going on in Salt Lake? I don't know. It's just, listen, sometimes you just say shit when you're in a fight with somebody and it doesn't need to make sense. I do that all the time.
Pedophile, there's smoke there.
Yeah. I don't know. But I just feel like I am excited for it. They said that the entire cast is put on a gag order.
Oh, man, we need to find out stuff. Where's Dumois when we need her? I
would love to have someone try to put
blind items.
We should, you know, heard on Reality Court. I feel like a gag order would be so like hot to be put on. Like, oh, you're on a gag order, you know?
Because you're imagining that somebody's actually going to gag you with like you want to be somebody's like.
Well, I feel like it'd be hot to be able to say like, oh, there's a gag order. Sorry, I can't talk about it. Like, imagine I have information that's so important. Someone wanted to put a gag order on me. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
hot.
Cool. That's my dream coming true.
You do have some information, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
They just let you talk about it. You know why? Because we have no credibility.
True. And that's fine. We don't need it.
And that's fine. We don't need credibility like that. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
So, okay. Let's put some rumors out there. Okay. Apparently, she found out that Brittany was trying to make a move on Brooks, and Brooks is actually going to be coming out as straight next season. Right,
to be with Brittany. Or maybe they'll have a threesome with Tito Osmond.
Okay, there we go. Yes, I think that could be it. I think
that might be it. Yeah.
Another one is that, Brittany has that horrible relationship with her daughters. Mm-hmm. Maybe they found out that she was hooking up with her daughter's boyfriend.
Yes. That's very possible.
Very possible.
That's very possible. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do some research on that. Get back to you guys.
Okay. Do you want to throw any other rumors out there? Completely made up, obviously.
Yeah, I think that maybe the problem with Adriana and Julia is that Adriana's like the singer, and so they both tried out for the part, and Julia got it. Because and after Adriana gave the guy a blowjob. And she's like, I gave him a blowjob and I still didn't get it. And it's all because Julia is with Martina and Martina gave him some signed racket or something.
Here's another one.
It has to be very involved so that it sounds true.
I've got another one. Okay. I think that they both auditioned for The Masked Singer and they both were denied because people are like, we don't know who you are.
What show?
I'm not sure about that one. And I don't know why that would lead them to a fight, but I just like the idea of them trying to be on The Masked Singer and not making it.
Right.
I think that would be
because
good.
one thinks that, like, if you weren't here, I would have gotten it, but you needed to do everything I do, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes. One more I'm going to throw out there is that Sutton is actually madly in love with Kyle and is jealous of Morgan, and that's why Sutton is so willing to do whatever Kyle says. Okay, yes. I feel like that's good. I feel good about that. Okay, perfect.
By the way, I need to talk about this. Brynn Whitfield has been out there talking a lot of shit. Yep. She was on a podcast recently. She's trying to save face about what she does for a living and that she doesn't have a baby daddy. She says that the show
sugar daddy,
that the show paid her shit, and it was so little because she spends $2,000 to $3,000 a week on DoorDash. Now, explain that to me. I want those receipts. Like, literally, I want the receipts from DoorDash. What the fuck is she ordering?
Yeah, because I'm like, also, you're in New York. Can't you just go downstairs and there's probably a restaurant right there? Like,
right. Why do you have to pay $18 delivery fee for a Big Mac? And
when you do DoorDash in apartments, I feel like most of the time you have to like go downstairs anyways. I don't think they
anyway. Yes, I remember when my daughter lived in Brooklyn. Yeah,
what a waste,
right?
Agreed. I don't get people. I mean, I know I live in the suburbs, so I don't do DoorDash, but like I can't imagine spending so much money to get your food lukewarm delivered by somebody who could have been like farting in it while they were driving.
Stupid. Yeah,
I don't like it. I'm not here for that. No. She also said that she made 7 figures, just barely made 7 figures.
She's such a liar. I'm so sorry.
I do think so.
Sorry.
I agree. I think that she's just constantly lying. Grocery money, too. Yes.
Much more than Jen Fessler.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I think that Brynn just
7 figures below barely, and then she said. She
$600 an hour.
Yes, $600 an hour. And then she said, the value is that they're getting me. Like 60 minutes of me on Adderall and just like Don Drapering the fuck out of them. Like genius shit. Like literally 60 minutes of me at my best. And just like taglines, creative ideas, something for the ad campaign. She continued, it's kind of like stand-up comedy, but stand-up creative. This is what she brought to the table with this PR company that pays her barely almost 7 figures.
Give me a fucking break.
Give me a fucking break.
After we saw how easily she lied about the entire situation with Uba, I'm like, you're just a born liar. Like everything. And I'll say this too. I know that she had a horrible upbringing. She's got so much childhood trauma. Yeah. I think that lying is just like a mechanism that she doesn't even realize she's doing when she's doing it. Right. I will give her that. But it's like, but I don't trust anything you're saying. I don't trust that you really had this job. They pay you $600 an hour and everyone's just like fawning over you. I don't believe in any of that.
And like she goes into a room for 60 minutes and just everybody's just hanging on her every genius word.
Yeah.
To create huge multi-million-dollar campaigns for huge brands. That is not happening, Brynn. It's not happening.
No. And why didn't we go in your first apartment, if you're so rich?
Right, because it was a studio and the bed and the toilet were next to each other.
Yeah, I think so.
So, I don't know.
Anyways, I don't believe anything that she says. I don't think that I don't even think, like, why lie about the $2,000 to $3,000 a month or a week on DoorDash? Like, it's just so insane. Like, honestly, it's like she probably spends $200 to $300 and just like her personality is like add a zero to that.
Yeah. Times 10. Everything is times 10.
Yes. I know somebody like this, and it's always like
figures?
Maybe.
I make 3 figures.
I think that she probably made, like, if she's in New York, I'm assuming she maybe made somewhere between like 300 and 500. I
don't even think so.
You don't think that much?
No.
Oh, I mean, New York is expensive.
I know, but no, she's not making that as a PR professional that she says she is. Okay. And the whole reason is because she was on the show. That's a lie. The PR company would want the attention. There's 7,000 PR companies in every square block in Manhattan, you know? They would want to stand out.
A liar.
She's just a real liar.
Yeah. No, you asked me. Ask me away.
No, go ahead. But were you going to talk about this? Because I was going to go segue into another topic.
No, segue into it, baby.
Okay. I want to know what you thought about the chicks that went to space. Because this is why it's become so controversial. Like, who cares?
Okay. Here's the thing. I love a conspiracy theory. I really do.
Oh, you have one?
Well, there's tons going around about it.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yes. I love a conspiracy theory. I love also to read one article and call it truth, and then read another one and call that one truth.
Right.
I'm a flip-flopper in that way.
So, yeah.
So people believe that they didn't actually go to space.
Oh, right.
And I was really loving this theory. And then I'd read another article explaining,
I think they went
like,
to space.
explaining that, like, yeah, the spaceship didn't have burn marks because it never actually left the Earth's atmosphere. Like, it just got right there before that.
But they had zero gravity, because we saw video of that.
Yeah, but then that was another thing. They said, oh, if they had zero gravity, they would have been like this woman who did an interview and her hair was like all up here. Instead, they were just like perfectly floating. But then people are like, they didn't hit zero gravity. They hit like almost zero gravity. So their hair, because they weren't all the way in space. I don't know. I have no idea.
Plus, they had a lot of product on, you know?
Yes. And then there was a video of the door opening inward, which they said a spaceship, the door would open outward, and then the door opening and then them shutting it. And I love a conspiracy theory so much. It brings me a lot of joy.
Did you see Jeff Bezos eating it as he was trying to open and he fell on his face?
No, I missed that.
Oh my God, that's the best video. He was trying to get her like out, or, you know, whatever, be there to greet her, and he's going around the spaceship and face planted.
Oh, I got to see that.
It was
I gotta
so
watch
good.
that.
It was so good. Listen, if they would have asked me to go, I would have gone just for the outfits, you know?
The outfits did look good. Everyone looked really good. I would want to lose a little weight before I put mine on, though.
I mean, Gayle King has never looked better, but I do believe they went because Gayle King looks so scared getting on there. Her face.
Maybe she's a great actress.
She's terrified. And that kissing the earth thing, that was a little much.
To find out that Katy Perry took a moment to sing What a Wonderful World, and she said to everybody, it's not about me. Because people are like, are you going to sing Roar? Are you going to sing I Kissed a Girl?
Weren't they there for 2 minutes?
The entire trip, up and down, was 11 minutes.
Oh, my God. And they had to listen to her sing What a Wonderful World? I mean,
what a wonderful world.
I mean, no, I only want that sang by Louis Armstrong. She needs to shut up. Why was she there?
You're gonna hear me roar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, I know why she was there. It was great PR because her last album tanked. Her tour is not selling. Like, nobody cares. And you know why I think all this is happening?
Taylor Swift.
She went... No. They've made up, so that's fine. I think it's all because she went toe-to-toe with that nun monastery or whatever the fuck those are called. And she wanted to buy this place and she wanted to turn it into a house. And these nuns were like, dude, this is where we live and stuff. And she went toe-to-toe with them and outbought them or sued them or something along those lines. And I think that's your karma. That's why your music will never go anywhere anymore.
Wow, you don't fuck with nuns, man.
No, you don't fuck with the nun.
You
Absolutely
don't.
not. No.
Well,
that's
ultimately, we don't care.
Ultimately, I'm having a stroke right now.
This is what I think. I think that if our listeners are against it, we're against it. And if you're for it, we're for it.
Yes.
We're very staunch in our beliefs here.
Mm-hmm. We will flip-flop whichever way you need us to.
Absolutely.
We will put out like you wouldn't believe. Guys, I'm so excited because we have a audience favorite, our favorite guest coming back. We have one Miss Jen Fessler from Real Housewives of New Jersey joining us on Thursday. It's going to be a great fucking time.
She's so fun.
She's fun. She's funny. She's quick. She's a liar, and she owns that she's a liar, and that we appreciate. So make sure to come back on Thursday for that. Leave us 5-star reviews, nothing else. Guys, please keep talking about the sexual tension between me and Anna because I feel it too. I know she wants me so bad. And I don't know why she's laughing so hard. It's not that crazy to think of, you know?
Oh my God. Yes. No, absolutely.
Check us out on YouTube where you can really see us, where you can bitch about Anna touching her face. People get very upset about it.
My hair.
And her hair. They don't like that. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us at Reality Court. We're glad that you could be here. Court is officially adjourned. Goodbye.
Goodbye.